Hello everyone, and welcome to History of the Ancient World. Today, we're marching back in time to an era of clashing shields, legendary heroes, and empires forged in the crucible of battle. We're diving deep into the world of ancient warriors and the wars that shaped our history. From the disciplined phalanxes of Greece to the unstoppable legions of Rome, the story of the ancient world is, in many ways, the story of its soldiers. So, what made these ancient armies so formidable? It wasn't just about sharp swords and sturdy armor. It was about discipline, innovation, and unwavering loyalty. Let's start with one of the most iconic fighting forces in history, the Spartans. We've all heard the stories of the 300 at Thermopylae, but what really made a Spartan warrior? It began at birth. Spartan society was a military machine, and every male citizen was groomed for war from the age of 7. They endured the brutal agoge, a training regimen designed to strip away individuality and forge them into a single, cohesive unit. They learned to withstand pain, hunger, and hardship. A Spartan warrior's shield, his hoplon, was his most prized possession. It wasn't just for his own protection, it protected the man standing next to him in the phalanx. Losing it was the ultimate disgrace because it meant you had failed your comrades. This sense of collective responsibility was the bedrock of Spartan military might. Now, let's journey east to the vast Persian Empire, a rival to the Greeks. The Persians commanded one of the largest and most diverse armies the world had ever seen. Their elite force was known as the Immortals. Why this name? The legend says their number was always maintained at exactly 10,000. If a soldier was killed, wounded, or fell ill, he was immediately replaced, creating the illusion of an invincible, undying army. Unlike the heavy infantry of the Greeks, the Immortals were more versatile, skilled in both archery and close-quarters combat with spears and daggers. Their psychological impact on the battlefield was immense. Imagine facing an army that seemingly could not be diminished. But when we talk about ancient military genius, one name stands above almost all others: Alexander the Great. Inheriting the Macedonian army from his father, Philip II, Alexander perfected it into an instrument of conquest that the world had never seen. Philip had revolutionized Greek warfare by lengthening the traditional spear into the sarissa, a massive pike that could be up to 18 feet long. This turned the Macedonian phalanx into a bristling hedgehog of death, keeping enemies at a safe distance. Alexander, a tactical mastermind, combined this powerful infantry with devastating cavalry charges, led by his elite companion cavalry. His signature move, the hammer and anvil tactic, involved using his infantry, the anvil, to pin the enemy in place, while his cavalry, the hammer, smashed into their flank or rear. It was this combination of innovative weaponry and brilliant tactics that allowed him to conquer the known world in just over a decade. Of course, no discussion of ancient warfare is complete without mentioning the Roman legions. Rome didn't just conquer an empire, it held it for centuries. And the key to that was its army. The Roman legionary was the ultimate professional soldier. Unlike the citizen soldiers of many Greek city-states, Roman soldiers served for 20 to 25 years. They were engineers, builders, and policemen as much as they were fighters. On the march, they built fortified camps every single night, complete with ditches and palisades. They constructed roads that still exist today, and aqueducts that supplied cities with water. Their equipment was standardized and ruthlessly effective. The gladius, a short stabbing sword for close-quarters chaos. The pilum, a heavy javelin designed to bend on impact so it couldn't be thrown back. And the scutum, a large curved shield that offered incredible protection. When locked together in the famous testudo or tortoise formation, legionaries became a walking fortress, virtually impervious to arrows and other projectiles. It was this combination of discipline, engineering, and tactical flexibility that allowed Rome to dominate the Mediterranean and beyond for so long. Let's not forget the warriors from other parts of the ancient world. The Celts and Gauls, often portrayed as wild barbarians by the Romans, were fearsome warriors in their own right. Their initial charge was legendary for its ferocity, fueled by a warrior culture that valued individual bravery above all else. They were skilled metalworkers, creating long swords and intricate chainmail. While they often lacked the strict discipline of the Roman legions, on their day, a Celtic warband was a terrifying and formidable foe. In the east, the Han dynasty in China deployed massive armies equipped with advanced technology like the crossbow. The Han military was a sophisticated organization that had to defend a vast frontier, most notably against the nomadic Xiongnu tribes to the north. Their campaigns involved complex logistics and combined arms tactics, showcasing a different but equally effective approach to warfare. The battles themselves were brutal, chaotic, and utterly terrifying. The air would be thick with dust and the sounds of screaming men, clashing metal, and splintering wood. The front lines of a battle like Cannae, where Hannibal encircled and annihilated a much larger Roman army, would have been a vision of hell on earth. It was a test of courage, endurance, and sheer will to survive. Victory wasn't just about killing the enemy, it was about breaking their morale. Once a formation broke and men started to run, the battle turned into a slaughter. This is why discipline and cohesion were so important. The army that held its nerve and kept its shape was often the one that carried the day. The legacy of these ancient warriors is all around us. Military ranks, tactical principles, and even the concept of a professional standing army have their roots in this period. The drive for technological superiority, the importance of logistics, and the psychological aspects of warfare were as relevant then as they are now. Studying these ancient conflicts teaches us not just about the past, but about the enduring nature of human conflict, organization, and the quest for power. From the disciplined Spartans to the engineering legions of Rome, these warriors didn't just fight battles, they built the very foundations of the world we live in today. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through the battlefields of the ancient world. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to History of the Ancient World for more deep dives into the stories that shaped our past. Let me know in the comments which ancient warrior or army you find most fascinating. Until next time, stay curious.